Hello player, today we will analyze the match between Janis Mileika with the white pieces and Mihail with the black pieces. d4. Knight f6. c4. e6. Knight c3. Bishop b4. e3. Knight c6. Bishop d3. e5. Knight e2. E captures on d4. E captures on d4. d5. c5. Kingside castling. Kingside castling. Bishop captures on c3. B captures on c3. Knight e7. The evaluation became 1.8. This was a serious mistake. The best move was h6. For example, h6. Knight g3. b6. Rook e1. Rook e8. With an advantage for white. Knight e7. Queen c2. This move was inaccurate. The best move was knight g3. For example, knight g3. Bishop g4. f3. Bishop c8. Bishop g5. With a decisive advantage for white. Queen c2. Knight g6. Bishop g5. h6. Bishop d2. Knight h4. Knight g3. Queen d7. The evaluation became 3.0. This was a serious mistake. The best move was rook e8. For example, rook e8. f4. b6. c6. Knight g6. f5. Knight f8. Bishop f4. Knight from 8, h7. h3. f5. With a decisive advantage for white. Queen d7. f3. This move gives back part of the advantage. The best move was f4. For example, f4. Knight g6. f5. Knight e7. Rook f4. Rook d8. Rook h4. Queen c6. Bishop captures on h6. Knight e4. Bishop captures on g7. King captures on g7. f6 check. Knight captures on f6. Queen d2. King f8. Queen g5. King e8. Rook e1. With a decisive advantage for white. f3. b6. C captures on b6. This move gives back part of the advantage. The best move was f4. For example, f4. B captures on c5. Queen c1. c4. Bishop c2. Queen e7. f5. Knight h7. f6. With a decisive advantage for white. C captures on b6. A captures on b6. Rook from f, e1. c5. Rook e5. This move was inaccurate. The best move was queen c1. For example, queen c1. Rook e8. D captures on c5. With a balanced game. Rook e5. c4. Bishop f5. Queen a4. Queen c1. Knight captures on f5. Knight captures on f5. Bishop captures on f5. Rook captures on f5. Queen d7. Rook captures on f6. G captures on f6. Bishop captures on h6. Rook from f, e8. Queen f4. King h7. Queen h4. King g6. g4. The evaluation became -1.1. This move was a mistake. The best move was bishop d2. For example, Bishop d2, Rook h8, Queen g3 check, King h7, Queen f4, Rook from h, e8, Queen h4 check. With a balanced game. g4, Rook h8, Queen h5 check, King h7, King h1, King g8. This move was inaccurate, the best move was b5. For example, b5, Rook g1, Queen e6, a3, Rook from a, e8. With a decisive advantage for black. King g8, Rook g1. This move was inaccurate, the best move was g5. For example, g5, f5, g6. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook g1, Queen c6. The evaluation became 0.0, this was a serious mistake, the best move was Rook e8. For example, Rook e8, g5, f5, h3, Queen e7. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen c6, g5, f5, g6, f6, Queen h4. Rook captures on a2. The evaluation became 3.3, this was a serious mistake, the best move was Rook e8. For example, Rook e8, Queen f4, b5. With a balanced game. Rook captures on a2. g7. The evaluation became -1.7, this was a serious mistake, the best move was Rook e1. For example, Rook e1, Queen d7, g7. Queen captures on g7. Rook e8 check. King f7. Queen h5 check. Queen g6. Rook e7 check. King captures on e7. Queen captures on g6. Rook from h, a8. Queen g7 check. With a decisive advantage for white. g7. Rook h7. Queen g3. The evaluation became -3.3, this move was a mistake, the best move was Rook e1. For example, Rook e1, Rook a8, King g2. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen g3, Rook e2. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was Rook a8. For example, Rook a8, Queen h4, Queen e6, Queen f4, Queen f7, Rook g3, Rook e8, Queen h4, f4, Rook g1, Rook a8. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook e2, Rook a1, Queen e8. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was Rook captures on h6. For example, Rook captures on h6. Queen b8 check. Queen e8. Queen captures on e8 check. Rook captures on e8. Rook g1. Rook e2. Rook g2. Rook captures on g2. King captures on g2. f4. King g1. King captures on g7. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen e8. Queen h4. Rook e6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was Rook e6. For example, Rook e6. Queen f4. Rook e7. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook e6. Queen f4. b5. Rook g1. Queen h5. Rook a1. Rook captures on h6. Rook a8 check. King captures on g7. Queen g3 check. Queen g6. That was an excellent move, he grabbed the advantage in a tough game. Rook a7 check. King g8. Black's victory. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your suggestions.